So in terms of your team, how many people are we talking about, and like what kind of disciplines are they currently, or what you would ideally have if you don't have all the right disciplines on there now?
Yeah. So I think at Flipside, at least, we draw the line between data science and analytics a little bit. Let's see, farther up the technical spectrum. So at somewhere like Pluralsight, there's a fairly large data science team that's doing a lot of what we would put into the analytics framework at Flipside. So we actually we have a larger group of analysts who are both curating data, building out the materialized views that we need, and even performing analytics and understanding and exploring how these protocols are used and by whom. The data science team's responsibilities are more in line with like building out those behavioral models and labeling technologies that we have, and then exploring more deeply, with ML and AI tools, that those headier questions of like, hey, can we if we explore, and like that's the sort of R&D, long tail R&D stuff that you have to give people a lot of personal freedom and make those trust that open-ended projects are being worked on, and that freedom of open-ended R&D is a big part of it. The line is blurry between what constitutes what we're calling data science versus what we're calling analytics, and what someone else calls data science more broadly. I think the other spot where data science and where that definition gets muddied is where the line is with data engineering. Again, at Flipside, we have tried to emphasize a border there where data scientists are not ultimately responsible in the long term for their ops and the maintenance of the actual execution of models in perpetuity, with the idea that we want data scientists to have as little personal tech debt as possible, and to have as much room for R&D and exploration and deeper R&D work as possible. So that's the model we've tried to implement. Obviously, it's impossible to like fully divorce those things from each other. But I think those are the spots where there's fuzziness in every organization's definitions and what they ask of their data scientists versus their analysts versus their engineers.
Are you a platform data engineer or an analytics engineer? And what's the, in the end, it's funny because when I started doing data stuff, there was really no such thing. There were no titles or niches or any of that. It was, you were a technologist. It was, hey, you can go write some script on a VAX terminal, and you can also go fix the phone system.
This is like way back in 2008.
Yeah, no, it was like 98. 98 is when I got started. But
I mean, it is funny that, I say 2008, but like, I don't think the term data scientist really even came around until 2010, maybe 2011 in earnest.
Yeah.
So it's definitely still, 10 years is getting there in terms of some established, but it's, 10 years that an entire field has existed in across industries now, and pretty much every company, is fascinating. And it's been amazing to be a part of that evolution in sort of from, OG government stats all the way up to what startups are doing. And, that's a big part of it.